Hello, Twin Flames. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel, God Conscious Twin Flames 1111 and God Conscious Energy Coaching and Healing. This is for both channels. The God Coaching Energy and Healing is where the live video will be tonight. So I was inspired to do a 3-card spread for today to get us through to this evening. And as always, I'm going to do the reading. I first want to thank all of you who have been loyal to this channel. I will encourage you to subscribe to God Conscious Energy Healing, Energy Coaching and Healing, as that's where that's the only place I can do the live videos until August. So I want to thank all the loyal subscribers, viewers. I want to thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I also want to thank those that donated. It is so appreciated. I ordered a new deck of cards, which should be in later this week. I want to keep things fresh, and the next deck is also on the angelic realm. So I am charged with the task by the divine of kind of bridging some gaps. And for many of us, the tarot has been considered a taboo. I'm sorry, I just went to put on the video, the music. Has been considered taboo. And I'm here to help bridge the gap. I'm not here to, foresee the future. Only God can do that. But I am here to help you on the journey to a more peaceful future. So that's kind of my role. I'm not here to be a fortune teller. I'm not here to, tell you're definitely getting together with your twin, or this is definitely happening, or bad news, God forbid, is coming to you. That's not my role here. There are other channels for that. But my channel is to guide you in an authentic way to your authentic self, by way of clearing blocks. And I use the Bible and the tarot to find out what those blocks are, and the Bible to help heal it. So today we are listening to Miracle Tone of Transformation and Powerful Positive Energy Mantra by Meditation Minds. Today's reading for June 13th is, I am creating something new in you. A bubbling spring of joy that spills over into others' lives. Do not mistake this joy for your own or try to take credit for it in any way. Instead, watch and delight as my spirit flows through you to bless others. Let yourself become a reservoir of the Spirit's fruit. Your part is to live close to me, open to all that I am doing in you. Don't try to control the streaming of my spirit through you. Just keep focusing on me. As we walk through this day together, enjoy my presence, which permeates you with love, joy, and peace. Excuse me. And with that, we have 2 scriptures that I am going to read. One is my absolute favorite, and it's what we've been talking about this week. So we've been talking about allowing God to use us as vessels, not to control it, and to be a beacon of light for others that are in our immediate universe, and in my case, in the YouTube universe. And some of you also have YouTube channels. So I'll encourage you to go out there and spread the light and be a blessing to others. So the first verse comes from the Old Testament of Proverbs 4, the book from Sarah Young says 4:11 through 12, but I'm going to read where the angels guided me to. Hear, my children, the instructions of a father, and give attention to know understanding, for I give you good doctrine. Do not forsake my law. When I was my father's son, tender and the only one in the sight of my mother, he also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words, keep my commands, and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget, nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And in all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor. When you embrace her, she will place on your head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory she will deliver to you. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered. And when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction. Do not let go. Keep her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of wicked. And do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is like the shining sun, that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. So I'm not as well versed in the Bible as some pastors as to who the she is that they're referring to. And in this case, it feels like a mother, a guide, and God. You know, God is all-knowing, all-being. And she or he, I mean, some people refer to God as a she, wants us to learn these righteous paths, not to stumble. And some of us have stumbled because we've been indoctrinated by the world and the systems that are in place to keep us from God. So, and keep our attention away from God, and to place blame on the government or on people or on situations or on the weather. But the second gives us more instruction in Galatians. I'm sorry, that was Proverbs 4 through 20-ish. And then Proverbs, which talks about the fruits of the Spirit. I'm sorry, Galatians 5:22. Sorry, I lost my place. I pulled it out. Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually... Okay, here we go. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. And those who are Christ's have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. So that has been the mission that this divine path has taken me on. How to walk in the fruit of the Spirit, how to be in the fruit of the Spirit, how to live in the fruit of the Spirit, how to think in the fruit of the Spirit. And so that's part of the mission that I have as a God-conscious twin flame, is to teach others how to walk in the Spirit. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Cups, which is the choices that we get to make. And the seven deadly sins, or the seven cardinal virtues. And it is consistent with the messages for this week and the lessons of this week, which is probably why they have me doing this live video, because this is where they have trained me for the last 5 years or so. And I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to share that and to answer any questions and to be a guide in this side of it. So I am going to lay out 3 cards, because that's what they said: the Knight of Coins, the Three of Coins, and then wow. So by working in the Spirit, it does yield the fruit of seek ye the first kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added on to you. So you have an abundant energy in the 3D world appearing before you. And the way the divine wants us to do it is seek him first, so that these things can be added on to you. And that he knows and understands that we have choices. He gave us the power of free will. And we can decide to, at any time, 10 of coins, we can decide at any time to exercise our free will choice. And I was always talking in yesterday's video about when we exercise our free will choice, we sometimes wind up in pain or wind up in a situation that is just uncomfortable. So, so the message here for us today is a stage of development in which we have to buckle down, get our hands dirty, get to know those things that are important to gain the material world, to be focused on the task, to be patient, and engaged with this tedious project. And here we show the hard work in the apprenticeship role. We had this also, I think, yesterday. Actually, the Divine Masculine had this. But this is what it's showing for today. The tedious work of getting to the 10 of coins, which is sensing the magic in the ordinary. Sensing the magic in the ordinary and the beauty and the potential hidden in the material world around us. And that's the spiritual world, the light at the end of the tunnel. So by working in a God-conscious fashion in this divine path, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and the divine is showing us that when we make certain choices, that we will either be led into the light or led into the darkness. And so he's guiding us to lead into the darkness. So he shows, or leading us out of the darkness. See how we're being led out of the darkness into the light? It reminds me again of the story yesterday, which was in Exodus, but referenced in the New Testament, how they were in the wilderness, they were in the darkness for 40 years. And it's supposed to be an 11-year journey, but because of the conditioning and the doubt and the fear and the distrust of the Lord, they wound up in the darkness, but their children reached this promised land. So this is essentially the promised land for this reading. So I'm excited about tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys online. This is just a brief energy for today. Keep your focus on the spiritual realm, on God, on your angels, on the divine path. And on the divine path means getting yourself clear from any blocks that you have to love. Those blocks are found in the 7 deadly sins. And the encouragement today to focus on the 7 cardinal virtues in order to get through that. And that's the mission for today. So whatever your experiences are in today, be prayerful that there is a solution, and not to take any immediate reactive action on emotional events. So good luck with that today. Sending you blessings of peace and love, and I will see you later tonight.